Hi everyone, Janie here. Welcome back to my garden. I'm in my orchard garden again today. I'm gonna do a little bit of maintenance, a little bit of spring cleanup and fertilizing. But first, I wanna get a little bit of planting done in kind of a blank spot that I have. So let me show you where I'm working today. This is my orchard garden. I have a lemon tree. I have two beautiful mature orange trees. I have a pomegranate tree. I have a fig tree and I have a lime tree. I am such a lucky girl to have this. And then in addition to the orchard plants, I am also planting a lot of best for the West plants, like basically plants that can handle hot, dry summers. This was kind of my trial garden to see what plants could really handle the heat, and I didn't have to worry about them too much. So lemon coral sedum, superbenas, plain the blue salvia, nepeta, lavender, and on and on and on. And so it's been really fun. It's kind of been like honing me in a little bit on plant selection when I've picked things out for this particular garden. It's been kind of fun. Now, the center island right here behind me, I'm not going to put those restrictions on me. I'm going to put whatever I want in here, whatever I think looks pretty, and I'm really excited to plant over there as well. But back here, one of the things that I added just a couple weeks ago is I extended my lemon coral sedum border all along my pathway here. And you can see that I didn't have enough to go all the way, but I think that's okay because in a lot of spaces here along the pathway, the plants, as they mature, they spill over the pathway, which is a look that I absolutely love. I had someone ask me one time why I plant so close to the pathways, because they're always going to spill over. And I was confused about the question because it's like, yeah, but that's the point. But then I realized that not everybody likes that look. So when I plant things, you know, just a couple inches away from the pathway, my goal is to have this look, is to have it spill over, but I know not everybody likes that. So anyway, a lot of these things, like for instance, the Surefire Rose Begonia, the Helen von Stein Lamb's Ear, the Cat's Pajamas Nepeta, it's all going to grow and it's all going to spill over the pathway. So I really didn't need the border of the lemon coral sedum right there. Where I kind of did need the border is this spot right here, from the edge of my Cat's Pajamas Nepeta all the way to my raspberry superbena right there. This area is not going to be spilling over the pathway. So I think it's going to look kind of weird that I don't have the lemon coral sedum border right there. However, I didn't really want to do a, you know, start, stop, start, stop, start again. I thought that would look a little too jumbled. So I decided, as I was planting the lemon coral sedum, that I was just going to leave this space right here in front of the Sunset Gold Breath of Heaven. I decided that I was going to plant something on purpose that was going to spill over the walkway. So I've been kind of going back and forth on what I want to plant there. And the main thing I was focused on, other than it being a plant that would handle the heat, handle the dry conditions that we have in the summer, I wanted it to kind of go with the color scheme. And my color scheme in this garden is basically as bright and saturated a color as I could have. You can see the superbena raspberry is the perfect example of that idea. Look at this plant. Isn't that just beautiful? I love that plant. So anyway, I have the superbena raspberry right there. I do have some Thunbergia right behind it in an orange color. You guys can see that. I have plain the blue salvia, which is purple, right behind it. And then I have Cat's Pajamas Nepeta over here on the left. And then, of course, I have the chartreuse color of the Coleonema, the Sunset Gold, which really picks up the lemon coral sedum, which I absolutely love. So I was going back and forth on what color plants I could plant there. And what I landed on was some yellow, because I really don't have any yellow right here. So one plant that I absolutely love that's part of my Best for the West collection is Ladybird Sunglow Calylophus. This plant, it's also called Texas Primrose. It's an absolute fabulous plant. It has these very, very thin leaves that don't evaporate the water very much, which makes it really, really tolerable to dry and hot conditions. And trust me when I say, when it gets hot, it just kind of shines. It's like, yes, thank you. Can I have some more, please? It's just a fabulous, fabulous plant. Here are the stats. It gets about 8 inches tall call. It starts blooming as soon as you plant it to frost. It's hardy zones 8 through 10B, and it is a full sun plant. It is really an absolute beautiful, beautiful plant. I actually have these planted over here in this part of my garden. Right here, they really don't look like much right now. They're kind of this kind of bush right there. So they're not blooming quite yet. But last year, I'll see if I can find a picture, they looked absolutely beautiful. And we had the pink profusion salvia just to the left of it, and then some lavender, sweet romance lavender, and the combination was just absolutely beautiful. So this is one thing I want to do today is I want to clean up my salvia. I want to clean up my Calylophus right here, clean up my lavender, and then in this blank spot, I want to plant more of it just so that I can have that beautiful yellow color that I enjoyed last year, but then it also can cover the spot where I have the blank space with the lemon coral sedum. So I think I'm going to get started planting before I start cutting back and everything like that, because I think planting is the most important for today. So I have about 10 of these that I'm going to be planting in this area right here, which honestly, I don't even know if I'm going to need 10 of them because they get 20 inches wide, and I really just want them to go from right here to right here, and that's it. So yeah, I don't think I'm going to need 10. Let me lay them out though. All right, planting is all done. I ended up going with all 10 of the Ladybird Sunglow Calylophus. One, because I had no plans. Like, had I done 8, I would have had 2 extra and I wouldn't have known where to put them. And then 2, I looked at the tag again and it said the minimum planting space is 8 inches. So when you see where it says minimum and maximum planting spacing, minimum is when they will definitely touch. And I love it when my plants look like they're in this big, like, color blocked mound, which is exactly what I wanted. So I figured might as well just do all 10. I think that they'll look really pretty. One thing that I love is I love the green color of the foliage in contrast with the breath of heaven. I think that that looks so pretty. Now, in just a couple short weeks of heat, we're not going to see very much of this foliage at all. It's going to all be yellow, the beautiful yellow flowers. But by then we'll have the purple of the cat's pajamas nepeta, and we'll have much more of the super beaner raspberry. It's going to look gorgeous. Okay, so now I'll head over here and get some maintenance done on this part of the orchard garden. First of all, I have my Blew My Mind Evolvulus, which, yes, this just looks like dead sticks right now. This is nothing, but I do want to keep this and actually cut it back because a lot of you told me that your Blew My Mind Evolvulus looks like this in the winter and then it starts pushing new growth. So I'm just going to kind of clean it up and kind of hold out hope that it comes back for me. I will be cleaning up my Salvia leucantha behind that. I do have some weeds, so don't look too close. I'll clean those up. I have yet to plant my mangave yet. I have decided, though, I'm not going to plant it here like I was thinking. I am going to plant it over by my dry creek bed. I think that that will be really, really pretty, and I have some new varieties of mangave that Proven Winners is just releasing this year, and I'll incorporate that with these. So I think that'll be really gorgeous. Here, I need to cut back. This is Maestro Coral Agastache. It's a new introduction for proven winners, and it came back. I'm so excited. I did nothing to this last year. I just left it, and you can see it has some beautiful new growth down there. So I just have to cut it back down to the new growth. Right next to that, I have the unplugged white salvia that's looking great. I cleaned this up a couple days ago, and it's already pushing new blooms, which is so exciting. Oh my goodness. And then finally, I'll clean up this area over here. The Ladybird Sunglow Calylophus doesn't need too much cleaning up, mostly just some weeds and stuff like that. The pink profusion salvia definitely needs some cleaning up, so I'll do that. And then I did bring out some fertilizer, just some all-purpose fertilizer, so I'll be putting some of that on. And then the Sweet Romance lavender needs to be cut back a little bit too. And then, gosh, I have so much that I need to do over here, but I will get to that. But look at my homestead verbena. Doesn't that look so good? Oh my goodness, it's spring. All right, well, I'll just get started and see what I can get accomplished in this area of the garden. What? What? What is it? What? Don't sneeze at me. Excuse you. Well, it's been a while since the goats have sneezed at me. I thought we were over that, but apparently not. Okay, so I think I'm done for the day. I actually got more done than I thought I would, which is great. I got the Calylophus planted over there, and then I got the Evolvulus cleaned up over here, which I have to say, I'm skeptical. There is 0.0 signs of life over here with these plants, but I'm going to have faith in planting and hope that they come back. Maybe they're late to wake up or something like that, but yeah, I'm not super hopeful. I did clean up some of the weeds back here. There are so many weeds coming from the other side of that fence. There's actually a wire fence about 2 feet away from my fence as like a secondary protection from the goats, which I really appreciate. But that also means that the goats can't come and eat the weeds that are right up against my fence. So I definitely have to deal with them. You can kind of see like right there, they start coming over and creeping into my property, it's just a battle that I fight every spring. No big deal. I was able to clean up the Agastache right here, clean up the unplugged white salvia, cleaned up the Ladybird Sunglow Calylophus and the Sweet Romance lavender, cut that back. And then finally, the last thing I did was clean up this pink profusion salvia. I can't wait till it starts blooming. There's something so satisfying about cleaning up this plant. And then I did fertilize it, and you saw Monty was a little bit interested, but as soon as I took the hose link and I watered it in, he lost interest, which I find, yes, that doesn't work for all dogs. And it doesn't always work for Monty when I'm using citrus fertilizer, but most times it kind of dulls the nice, beautiful, yummy scent that fertilizer has, and he kind of just loses interest. So I always try and water it in really, really well after I apply it. And ideally, I would apply it when he's inside and not noticing that he was out here with me today. I have noticed a whole bunch of gopher holes. There's one there, one there, one there. That one I actually made bigger because I was digging around. One there and one there. I don't know if these are old or if they are new. They look old, right? Don't they look old? They kind of look like I just haven't noticed them because the fig tree was all leafed out and I didn't come in here at all. But it's kind of scary to see that. So I will definitely be watching it to see if I see more activity or anything like that. We do have professionals that come and help us with the gophers now, which has made all the difference in the world. We tried everything else and it didn't work. But when I see gopher holes like that, I get a little nervous. And this guy doesn't help with the gophers at all, unfortunately. He does help with the bunnies. Anyway, so I will keep an eye on those gopher holes and make sure that they're old ones and they're not new ones. Please don't be new ones. So like I said, I think I'm going to be done for today. I got a lot done. I got planting done. I got maintenance done, weeding done, fertilizing done, just little bits of all of it. But that's how gardening is, just kind of chipping away at it and enjoying being outdoors while you can. It's a beautiful day today. It's in the low 70s and it's gorgeous. And dare I say, I'm even a little warm. I got to get acclimated to the heat fast. So anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this and I hope you all have a chance to get in your garden today.